The first place Tammy and David Campbell ever dined in St. Charles was the Little Hills Winery and Restaurant. So when the couple decided to leave the corporate restaurant jobs that brought them there and open their own, they returned to the site of their first meal.
We kind of looked at each other and said, wow, wouldn't that be cool if this place was for sale?
It wasn't, at least not for another year, when they finally worked out a deal.
We both left our corporate jobs and decided to come work for ourselves.
More than 15 years later, Little Hills Winery and Restaurant remains an anchor of historic St. Charles.
The environment is just great. The historical area is fantastic. Main Street is just a great place to come down and shop and obviously stop in at the Little Hills and have a nice glass of wine and meet new friends, and it's just great.
Although it has evolved over the years. At first, the couple knew nothing about making wine, so they hired a winery to make it for them.
And what we did know a lot about was customer service, the industry, value, those type of attributes that every restaurant has.
After about 5 years of opening, however, they felt comfortable enough to start making their own wine in on-site caverns used to make beer in the 1800s.
Let's go in and see what we have. We will press or process our grapes and our fruit outside, then we'll bring them into this room. This is our fermentation room. Caverns will all have vent tubes so that as the beer, many years ago, for fermentation creates CO2, they wouldn't lose any employees. As we get to the end here, you'll see where the caverns get larger, and the larger caverns were designed for the huge beer barrels.
A boutique vineyard, Little Hills produces about 8,000 cases of wine each year. They've produced as many as 23 varieties at once and currently make 16.
The tasting room is sometimes the only reason people come in because they see the sign outside, wine tasting.
So this is a Chamberson. It's a European grape. We make a strawberry wine and a cranberry wine. So those could either be considered a blush or a red.
I love it. The building is amazing. The people, their staff here are great. It's a beautiful view of the cobblestone on Main Street. And my favorite new wine is a cobblestone white.
The blush that I would like you guys to try is our Catawba blush. It is a very unique grape that grows here in Missouri, and it's going to be similar to like a white Zin as far as sweetness and dryness go.
What I think we do well is we make some very nice wines with local grapes, grapes that we've grown, grapes that we bring in from our wine growers, and then we create a menu that really that we can pair up the wines that we make.
We have a little bit of everything. We have burgers, salads, seafood, steaks, pastas, the lobster ravioli, the chicken and brie, and the Southwest have been on the menu probably a good 10 years. We don't dare take them off. We also have what's called a gourmet grilled cheese, and we kind of kid Dave that that's his sandwich because it's kind of cheesy.
And the mastermind behind Colonel Dave's Gourmet Popcorn.
It was his idea to go into the popcorn business, and it really has been a super addition to the wine.
Which could also be said of Tammy's shop.
People collect these, and I'm surprised how many people will buy for one home. I like to have fun with this business, so we have some really fun, funny, whimsical, cute bottle holders.
Little Hills Winery is fabulous. I think it's a wonderful place to come and visit if you're from out of town. I think there's a big, wide selection of wines to test and try out. And I think you should come and visit the Little Hills Winery in St. Charles in the historic area.
We just want people to come in, have a good time, drink some wine, enjoy some food, and just enjoy our atmosphere.
And then did you want to stay within the dry reds, or did you want to go to an off-dry, whereas like a Pinot Noir would be considered?